What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It is episode number 18, returns today on the back of the season opener, a win against Nottingham Forest and 5 new signings as well. Technically it feels more like 3, there was a loan signing in Carl Hine and also a re-sign of Harry Clark, but even so, the 3 new signs we have made, for the most part, Jake O'Brien, James Garner and Coley Osho look like fantastic bits of business there from now Championship teams. Today, loads of stuff to get through, man. More games in the Premier League. Carabao Cup second round at home to Swansea, and we might do some business before the window slams shut. But with 3 mil in the budget, I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, I think we're probably done for transfers now, and the only question will be, will we keep hold of our star players? Well, it is a bid for Jack Clark here, of course, scored the second on our opening day win against Nottingham Forest last. Palomaz putting in a bid, mainly just a swap deal, but of course going to turn that down. I did say I wouldn't stand in my players' way if big clubs come in for them in this summer transfer window, but for that bid there, I think we can keep hold of Jack for now. Right, let's jump into the first of multiple games today. It is Arsenal, our first game at Portman Road this season. Last year we beat the Gunners here by 1-0 in East Anglia and beat practically everyone else. We only lost twice in the league all season long at home last year, and if we are to have a chance of finishing in a European place, which is what the board want this season, once again Portman Road will need to be a fortress. Our first game in East Anglia this season, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal coming to Switch Town. Yeah, great to get the win on match day 1, but can we follow it on? Certainly take a point here, stopping one of the big boys. And again, just like last season, Portman Road is going to need to be a fortress for us. Obviously, we want to win more away games this season. We've got to make sure we make East Anglia a tough place for teams to come. Started off well here too. 1-2. Luca. Coley Osho denied by Allison. Still 0-0. Yeah, we're not the same team we were back in season 1. And that's the thing. You've got to remember when you're doing an RTG, the team you start off with obviously isn't going to be the team you end up with, clearly. But also you got to take stock of that. Like, we're not. Oh, great save, Muric. She's not going to go in. Oh, it just about went onto the roof of there. What a bizarre goal that would have been, but great stop by Muric. You can see why Al Nassr wanted him and why he extended that contract. But yeah, I mean, we're becoming a much better team now. Like, we might have started off being a, underdog, weakest side in the division. That's what we were in season 1. We're not anymore. We're still technically one of the weaker teams, but it's not all about star rating, as we know. Really, I'd say now we're like a mid-table team. I think we're like a Crystal Palace now. Do you know what I mean? To be fair, actually, I think the best example will probably be Brentford. I think we're a bit like the Bees, to be honest. Gained promotion, kept up, and now we're just gradually getting bit by bit better and better. I think that's probably the best team example. We're a bit like a Brentford right now. Oh, whoa. Oh, what a bizarre goal to concede this is going to be. Don't know what happened there. Ball launched into the middle. Muric, why didn't he catch it? Why did he just punch it back to Arsenal? Back-to-back Golden Glove winner, but that is a mistake. What on earth was he doing there? I said this season we're going to need to be better away from home if we are to qualify for a European competition, which is what the board want. But the problem is, we can't be better away and now be poor at home. We're just flipping it on its head. Last year we travelled terribly, but we were strong in East Anglia. Well, this season we started off with the opposite. 1 win away, 1 loss at home. I mean, it's Arsenal at Portman Road, to be fair. Home or away, I would have taken a point, but instead we're going to get nothing. Not the start to our life at home this season we were hoping for. Gunners with a 2-0 win. As we have a bid here for Connor Chaplin, going to turn it down from Villarreal. I wouldn't have been against selling him, but he literally signed a new contract 2 months ago. So I often say this for me, if a player's just signed a new contract, they're off limits for at least 1 transfer window, and probably for the most part the whole season. He's going nowhere until at the very least the January window. Right, following game, Swansea at home, and in the Carabao Cup here, once again, it's not a board objective, and we don't mind one bit. So heading into this one here, whether we go out or go through, don't mind either way. Swansea at Portman Road, coming to Switch Town. Come on. Fast start here with Connor finding Hutchinson. And this should be 1 as he takes his time. And Ben's 1, only to be denied. And Swansea get the danger away. Yeah, you know what that's like? That's like recognising you've got a problem with alcohol addiction and then taking up chain smoking. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not a great substitute. You know, we had a shocking away form last season. And it would be great to start winning on the road a bit more frequently. But if it means it comes at the expense of being strong at home, we've taken out one problem and we've just added a new one. It's like, this isn't doing anything. We're not getting anywhere, you know? Going back to a 4-2-3-1 for this game, but the truth is this system this year is just not suiting me. It's bizarre because the 4-2-3-1 is actually my favourite formation as Dara blocks that shot there, but in this year's game, I'm not getting on with it, man. 4-2-4 works obviously far better for me, as that header is just about clipped in off Dara O'Shea as well. Swansea have the lead, but Harry Darling gives Swansea the opener. I can't get the 4-2-3-1 to work with me. 4-2-3-1 was normally like the go-to system for practically everyone, myself included, in the past UFCs. Now, I can't get to grips with it. I think to me what it is that playing one up top now, the striker is just completely isolated because you can't do what you used to be able to do, which is just run down the line and cut it back. Maybe on, you know, very rare occasions that's possible, but not every attack anymore. It doesn't work that way. You can't just play little balls over the top either, chip them through and then watch the striker run onto it. So I think having a strike partner, as Doucouré's shot is blocked and easily claimed, is quite vital now, because otherwise that lone man spearheading is going to get completely isolated, but also he'll have 4 defenders to basically cope with him, and for the most part they're probably going to deal okay. But if you have a strike partner, then it does give the defenders something else and someone else to think about as well. Lone strikers, I think, in this year's FC for me are just not going to be the way to go. I think I'm always going to need to play 2 up top. Swansea are going to knock us out, complete the cup set, and almost got a goal in stoppage time as well. But there it is, back-to-back losses in East Anglia to start the season off. Taken out one problem, added another one. This is not progress, nothing like it. It's just substituting, it's not working. Wow, and just before we dive into the following game, speaking of needing to play at least 2 up top, well, I think we might have to do this because we don't have a third choice striker. I've been saying he's our biggest Wonderkid, Nicholas Price, and he's just turned 16 as well. Taken a long time, but finally I can promote him. But the question is, should I do it? I mean, I don't know if he's going to ask for a pro deal during the season, so lowly rated at 56 overall. But I think what I might do is give him a pro deal and then loan him out, because we have seen that players do have that overall spike when loaning, so that's what I'm going to do. We can't check the potential because of the fact he's under 60 overall, but his growth is slow and we need to get him up to speed as quickly as we can. Best way to do that, add him to the loan list. Our biggest Wonderkid. Listen, I'd personally love to throw him straight in, but at 56 overall, it's going to take far too long for him to get good enough to be competing in the Premier League. But if you look at someone like Hassan, for example, out on loan at Sheffield United, he's had quite a big overall spike since that loan deal. So let's get Nicholas loaned out, and hopefully we can bring him back in either January or next season much better in the starting overall. Right, following game, let's jump into this one. Following contest, Southampton, and heading into this on the back of back-to-back losses at home. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm glad to be away from home. We're just totally flipping it from last season. Terrible at home now, but better on the road, it may appear, on the back of the win on match day 1 at the City ground. Let's make it back-to-back away days to start the season off. St Mary's on the south coast. Come on, Ipswich Town. God, Davis, win that, mate. Win that one in. Can we get one chance for the break here? Got to push the pace. Washington. Delap. Washington, and again, you see it's the 2 men up top, and like I said a moment ago, this was what we saw last season. When one scores, normally the partner assisted. Playing 2 up top now, I really do feel it's the way to go. I've seen a lot of people say they're struggling to score goals in this year's FC. Genuinely, I know that in modern football, and also with what was normally working in terms of tactical shapes and systems in previous versions of FC and FIFA's, I don't think just playing 1 up top now is the way to go. I really think you should take it back to the old school and have 2 men up top together. Washington and Delap as a partnership are far better together when they are on their own. Ipswich in front right before the break. Yeah, I don't think Washington gets into double digits last season if Delap is not alongside him. And I don't think Delap continues to develop his game without a strike partner as well, but it's a great through ball there, and the Saints have their level of 6 after the restart. Poor broken line at the back, and the Saints easily exploit. Even so, getting the goals, but now starting to defend a little bit worse. Just like home form and away form, we've fixed one problem, but now we've got another one. There's once again, where was Where on earth was O'Brien going there as the rebound is turned in? What was O'Brien doing there? Why did he step forward? Sugawara through the gap. Archer dinks one in. O'Brien should win that and does. We've got 14 minutes to try and find a leveller. Great ball, Washington. Koleosho to the lap. Takes it on early. Oh! And the keeper gets fingertips on it to turn it behind for a corner as we're still down by 1. Can we find that equaliser? It's the lap who heads just wide. 10 to go, and it seems they're going to have 3 straight losses in all competitions. Unless, no. I think that's going to be it. Don't know how we lost that. I really don't. Like, genuinely played well for the entire game, but 2 lapses of concentration in the back line cost us, and the Saints turn it on its head and win. Well, Washington gets his 2nd this season already, but I don't know how we lost that. I really don't. Terrible. Can't lose those games when we get in Europe. You know, all we've done in this save so far is just substitute our problems. We haven't fixed them. We've just substituted them, and Nicholas Price, the 2 loan deals I've had for him have both been turned down. I'm not going to be able to loan him out. Oh, this is just... I tell you what, remember last year when I was saying, I went on record as saying it was the hardest version of FIFA I had ever played. FIFA and FC, I should say. It's gotten even harder this year. It's amazing. The game continues to get more difficult for me. Both with the menus, the interface, the off the pitch, the transfers, and the gameplay as well. And yeah, that's it. I'm not getting any more bids for him. Both of those bids got turned down there from Carlisle Notts County, so Price is staying. I have to play him. At 56 overall, I'm going to have to play the Wonderkid this year. Otherwise, he's going to have his potential sucked out of him. I'm going to loan him out. And the top deals, wow, look at that. Eduardo Camavinga to PSG for 140.6 mil. Bainer leaves Villarreal to join Juve, 55.2 mil. And Kiliksoy leaves Arsenal to join Bologna for 50 million. Couldn't get Price loaned out. And to be fair, you know, he's going to be our 3rd choice striker by default anyway. But he will have to get the game time now. He's going to have to. Oh, there was an offer there from Swindon, but I didn't receive that. I see. This is something that EA do need to work on. They really do. I said before, I'm starting to add a bit of Ducore, which I didn't even get notified of. I'm not getting notified of these transfers. I got notified of the Carlisle and the Notts County ones. It's not even there now. But Swindon Town put in a loan offer, and I didn't even know. I didn't even see it. Now what's happened here? Now where am I now? Well, I can't even find out where I am. Everyone else said I was getting to grips with the menus. Not quite. But that is a common bug, and I've seen other people say this as well. You don't often get notified of transfers. Sometimes the game won't stop, and on deadline day as well, you'll miss out on moves. I had a bid there for Ducore from Brighton. Didn't even see it. Didn't even see that. All that loan offer there from Price. EA have definitely got to work on that. So from Jamaica for our first batch of scouting here. Not sure anyone's going to make the cut, unfortunately so. And from Fiji as well, 2 of the new scoutable nations this year. I'm not overly optimistic, unfortunately. And so far, it certainly hasn't started off too good. He could be quite good, to be fair. We'll have to give him at least another month. Right, 3 straight losses in all competitions. Abysmal mini run from the Tractor Boys. Oh, how our mood has totally flipped from the opening day winning the City Ground. Let's do at least a couple more games today. And they're 2 tough ones as well. Starting with this, it is Spurs at home as we go for our first win in East Anglia this season. 3 straight losses in all competitions. Got to put that right if we want to be in Europe for next season, any competition at all. We can't afford to let this losing run continue. Spurs away, Spurs at home, probably our penultimate game today. Corner Ipswich Town. Corner, 19 minutes in, Morgan to take. And it's up in the air and cleared as Koleosho gets it back to him. Once again, we'll float it. Delap in the middle, headed away. Greaves should win that aerial duel. It will drop to Koleosho. Can he flick it through? Washington's onside and finishes. It is 3 already for David Washington doing the samba. Ipswich in front early. Second half underway. And Ipswich still leading by 1 as... I'm still really struggling with the passing, man. I think this is going to be a big, long work in progress for me this year. My finishing's gotten better. I feel like it has gotten better than it started off this year, but my passing in particular, as the post is rattled, continues to be really poor. It's going to be a year-long work in progress for me. Trying to become better at passing and not surrendering possession as cheaply. Oh, Davis, brilliantly done. Washington. Oh, just wide. 20 minutes on the clock as Van de Ven finds Zubamendi, and now Sanchez has his pass cut out and will get it away. Still leading by 1. And now look at the space down the right for Koleosho, and this is what he's best at. The freedom to run. Washington on the edge. Des gives White. Well, it's not quite how I drew it up. Oh, but it would have been a fantastic goal as Spurs get it away. Not quite what I was intending, but it almost paid off. Still leading by 1, and really it's ours to throw away in these final 10, I would say. But unlike against Southampton, I don't believe we will. As Christensen's going to run to the corner, and that will do it. It's a 1-goal victory, but it's a victory nonetheless as the ball drops behind for a corner. And there it is, our first win in East Anglia this season. Almost wrapped up with Liam's first goal of the season. We won't get it, but we will get our first victory at Portman Road this year. 3 straight losses, had to stop the rot in this game. Tough one to get it in, but we did. Scalp against Postecoglou's side. I think the first time we've beaten them in the saves so far, and a big 3 points on match day 3. Okay, let's build on that. Let's do one more and we'll end on that. Yeah, if I can't get Price loaned out, I've got a problem, man. I'm going to have to throw him in. Sub 60 overall in the Premier League. So otherwise, that potential is going to start dropping. But he certainly won't start this game. He'll be on the bench again on the back of that 1-0 victory. Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. Stumbling out of the blocks themselves is heading to this game. Definitely a chance to have our first away day victory. Second away day victory this season. And back-to-back wins to close the episode out. Let's see if we can do it against Maresca's side. Come on, let's reach town. In the moment, the only player I could put him in for is Liam Delap, who hasn't scored yet this season. But I'm really going to take out Delap for a player who's 16 and 20 ratings lower. So Muric makes a good save there. Put it this way, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. And to be honest, even though it's not been a great start to the season, I don't think it's a gamble worth doing at this point as Muric makes another good save. Greaves is there to get off the line, and there is an early injury. James Garner goes down, but gets back up straight away. I think he'll be okay there. That's a lovely ball through by Koleosho, that. And Morgan uses his body well. Clips it out wide to Luke Warwick, and acres of space there. Oh, go on, mate. Old style FIFA goal! Just saw him in the middle. I was waiting for just a tiny bit of room to offload it to him, and he's just answered the question I asked myself a moment ago there. Am I really going to drop Liam Delap for a 16-year-old? No. I mean, yeah, it's a tap-in, and to be honest here, I think a 6-year-old, let alone a 16-year-old, could finish that, but I still back Liam Delap. David Washington might be starting to surpass him, but he's still a heck of a young striker with good potential. I like Delap, man. He's not done a lot wrong, that's the thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not been... Hang on. Oh, how on earth do you mess it up, Doxy, you fraud? Like, it's not... It's not like he set the world alight, but we haven't set the world alight. Like, I'm not expecting him to score 20 goals a season when we're lucky to score 20 goals as a team. Do you know what I mean? Denied by Emma Martinez's second goal here. Still leading by 1 though. We can hold on to this. Back-to-back victories and back-to-back scalps against Spurs and Chelsea. Heck of a way to respond after what was 3 straight losses in all competitions. Just got to stay strong defensively here. As Harvey Vale is denied by Muric. And we'll pick up a big win at the bridge. Well, it's only going to be a 1-goal victory for the second game in a row. But it's still 3 points no matter what. It's over now. It's over. Christensen goes to the corner. Go to the corner. Go to the corner. Go to the corner. Because that is going to do it. Back-to-back scalps. Back-to-back big wins. And a great follow-on from what was 3 straight losses in a row in all competitions. It's not been a picture-perfect start. That loss against Southampton in particular was shocking. But I have to say, really, really big wins against sides who will be what you call rivals for a European spot. If we do want to be in Europe, these are the teams we're battling with. If we can beat them, that's a massive signal of intent. And actually, I'm going to try and squeeze in one more game as well, because on the back of back-to-back wins and now welcoming Manchester United as well, if we win this game, we could possibly go top of the table, but at least probably in the top 4. And what a start that would be to the season on the back of what was an abysmal 3-game losing stretch in all competition. Our final game today, Erik ten Hag's Manchester United Portman Road aim to make another big statement here and get a big win against another traditional top 6 side, coming Ipswich Town. And the reason I always say the traditional big 6 teams is because actually if you look at the table over the past few years, it's only ever been one season in the past 5 years, I believe, where they have all been together in the 6. The other years there's been teams breaking them up like Leicester and West Ham and Newcastle, and last year of course Aston Villa as well, as I'll take that shot on early and should have kept going. Nana makes the save there. But yeah, like obviously they are the big 6 that you think of, but again, only one of the past 5 years, I think, have they all been in the 6. The other years, at least one of them, sometimes 2, have missed out. Fonso trying to get past O'Brien, couldn't do so. And can we quickly get one chance here before the break? Got to push the pace here. And that's not quite how I drew it up, but I'll take it. And this dude is just on fire. The president delivering once again on his promises. That's all you can ever ask really from a politician. He's fantastic, absolutely brilliant. 4 goals already in 6 league games. And I wondered this year if he could be as good as he was last year. Well, now he's trying to be even better. 4 for this season already. And this is why I can't get the Wonderkid prize in the team, man. I mean, Delap scored his first in the last game, and Washington can't stop scoring. This duo have been absolutely brilliant since coming together. Alphonso Davies trying to get away from O'Brien, and does so. And the chip. Oh! Off the line in the nick of time. You know, it's not the first time I've done a goal line clearance. I'm noticing that quite a bit more. If you bring the keeper out, even if you're getting your man back on the line, they'll often always, not often always, often always, they'll often opt for the chip. And if you're quick enough, you can get back on the line to rescue yourself. Whew, still leading by 1. Can we cling on again? With Gibbs White finding Washington, who couldn't get away. Starting to get a bit nervous now, though, giving the ball away on a regular basis. Gives White as well to win it back, though. I see you, Delap. I see you, Washington. 1, 2, 3. Easy as ABC. Come on! Second in as many games. You know, the X-Man C man's going to love scoring against the Red Devils. And it's going to be 3 straight wins. But not just wins, but 3 straight scouts as well. Board said, finishing the Europa League spot, that's going to be hard to do. But if we can pick up these sort of wins consistently against the top 6, or the traditional top 6, like I said earlier, we give ourselves a chance, and that's all you can ask for. 2-0, points surely in the bag. Listen, I'm not thinking too much about 5th and what the board will consider a guaranteed Europa League spot. That is a shocking goal to concede, by the way. That is embarrassing. But as Joshua Zirkzee doesn't want to go and pick the ball up and celebrate instead, that's fine with me, mate. You celebrate as long as you want to, mate. That burns some seconds off the clock. I said this year my goal is guaranteed top 10. More than doable. We should have done it last year and I bottled it. But also, outside shot at 7th. And a European spot. That would be Conference League. But listen, European football of any sort would do me just fine. And on the back of what will not be 3 straight clean sheets, but 3 straight wins, and 3 straight scouts in the process as well. We're building, we're progressing, we've turned those failures of 3 straight losses into 3 straight wins, and that's what you got to do, man. You've got that setback and you've had that setback. How often do I say it? Learn the lessons and move on to the next challenge. Our challenge, 3 of the traditional top 6. Our response, 3 straight wins. What a fantastic run. And that'll do it for today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, if you have done, please do drop a like. Myself to you all have a fantastic day, and as a return in the next one with more scouting updates and games in the Premier League. 6 games in, Ipswich Town aiming to extend the winning run and stay in not just a European place, but a Champions League spot as well. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, though. We're only 6 games into this season. Pretty amazing, though, right? Have a fantastic day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.